Justin here with the Atlanta Brick Company, and Chris thought of a wonderfully crazy idea, and we're gonna start it right now. See all this track behind me? We're going to use it today. We're going to use maybe all of it. We'll see. We're gonna run a Lego train through the entire store. Then I'm gonna mount a camera and take you for a little ride. So let's get started. Does that work? That doesn't work. So here are all our bins of the regular non-9 volt track. We have Mark and Mark, the two Marks, the genius Marks.
Unstoppable Marks.
Unstoppable Marks. And they are starting to put this together. I will help them as soon as I put the camera down. Or I might go to my trailer, ask for a Chianti. So tell me, I noticed in the back that we have these narrow tracks, and then the regular tracks. What were these thinner tracks used for?
They were like a proto roller coaster. You could build a little cart, or I think those ones, it might have come in a Batman set, like a Jokerland type set. So just a variety of small cart, like a mine cart or a
Does Lego make trains that will run on this?
I think you have to use, there's wheels that you can use, then you use a slightly smaller axle. Yeah, it's possible. I don't think they have a pre-built, like the train parts are kind of train specific. This one you kind of have to use train style wheels and a little bit thinner axle.
Okay, so you can motorize anything, but the train specific parts will not run on this.
Yeah, I don't think you could motorize a vehicle on that side, just because the train parts are that certain width, and those are thinner. So
okay,
I don't think it's possible, but I could be proven wrong. So
okay, anything is possible in Lego.
Somebody can figure it out.
So the idea, the plan, starts somewhere around here and go through the store all the way around. It's gonna go all the way down there and curve around some other sections around here. It's gonna be big, it's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know which train we're planning on using. Chris said if we run out of track, we will get into our 9 volt track, which we do have a couple of bins of those, not as many tubs as we have the regular track. Of course, a regular Power Functions motor will run on the 9 volt because it's just track at that point. It doesn't need the current to work. I will give you an update in a minute, in a mo. I've been working on the railroad all the little long day. Now I know how John Henry felt, you know, putting tiny tracks together in an air-conditioned building. On a carpeted floor. I feel what he felt. So this is our method. We're putting the tracks together in stacks of 4. Mark and Mark are working on that. And since they don't trust me to do such a task, they gave me the task of putting the track down. We're using a lot of unnecessary curves in the track. Unnecessary as in the train, like there. It doesn't need to do that, because we are worried that we might run out of straights. So there's going to be a lot of serpentine, a lot of crazy track angles and such. I'm trying to put straights in between so it's not too jarring on camera, but that's what we have so far. Let's keep on working and see how it looks. All right, quick update on our track madness. We have enough track. That has not been an issue. You can see behind me, it goes all through the store. Lego gives you a lot more curved pieces than they do straight pieces. And that makes sense, right? Normally when you buy a full circuit track, it'll have a half turn, which is 4 pieces, and then another half turn, which is another 4 pieces. So 8 curved track pieces in total. And then you'll only have 1 or 2 straights on each side. So 2 to 4 straights, that's it. There you are with your ratio. So we have a lot more curved than we have straight. So the track tends to run a little crazy. The train can definitely do it. That's not a problem. The actual issue now is attaching my camera, my phone is what I use, to the car. So we're practicing a few different options on that, but we want to video it from the train's level down here. There's a couple of issues with that. One is that I use my phone as my camera, and this is the design that Mark has come up with. So it grabs onto those rubber Technic pieces there. Phone slides right in. It holds it really nice. And nothing's wrong with this design. What's wrong is that cameras on phones aren't in the center. They are offset to the side. So if you want the video to be centered, you have to have your phone leaning on one side. Well, when we come to a tight turn in the track, even going slowly, the phone will cause the train to fall off the track. So we have to find a way to secure it to this and have my phone in there and scoot it over so that the video is centered. The other issue, and this is not an issue with Lego or anything like that, the issue is that trains are really, really bumpy, just in general. There are no shocks, there's no rubber tires, it's plastic on plastic, and so it will be pretty shaky. There's a few things I can do to fix that in post, but it might be a shaky ride. I do want to video from ground level the experience running through. Now, if we had a GoPro or something like that, we could probably do this a lot easier because they're small, because they probably have anti-shake and vibration software built in, simply because it's a GoPro and it's meant to be taken everywhere. And again, there are some things I can do in the editing to fix that, but they're not great solutions. I may have to ask Mark if he's okay with me modifying this, though I am not a train master or a master builder in any sense, but I will try. Let's do it.
It's dying.
Oh no! Did we just
Yeah.
replace it? All right, Mark and Mark, or is so many Marcus? Is how do we
The
distinguish?
two marks.
The two Marks.
Mark and Mark.
Marky Mark. So it worked.
Mhm.
We got it to actually work. Tell us how we did this.
Right, so we just got the bare bones train parts. You got the battery, IR receiver, engine, wired it up, and then you kind of jerry-rigged a stand here. This one's actually the size for the GoPro, but we did have one that was kind of phone size. We were getting your phone, my phone, Mark's phone. We were trying different combinations and different slight tweaks to that. So that's what that part was.
And we got to run your personal train.
That's it. My favorite one, the Maersk, made in 2011, and I think it's the prettiest train that
It is.
Lego's made so far.
I love that color. Is that why it's your favorite? It's just the
Yeah,
prettiest?
probably the colors scheme, and yeah.
That's
awesome.
nice. Now, what was your, I guess, take on doing this little stunt? Did you see any potential problems before we started, or
No, just a couple of guys with too much time on their hands.
that's pretty much That's pretty
Sometimes
much
that's
it.
at the store for sure.
yes.
Yeah, we had enough track to go to Mark's house and back.
We were worried
Yeah.
if we would have enough, and there's still
Buckets.
buckets and buckets and buckets
Yeah.
of curved track,
Yeah.
and we could have probably gone around the store 4 times and
Mhm.
outside too
Yeah.
if we wanted
I
to.
think
Well,
so.
next year.
In the summer, maybe we should do that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just make one big circular track around Noonan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
put coffee on it, deliver coffee to
Yeah.
people. Well, thank you guys so much for helping us out with
All
this
right,
little
Justin.
stunt. And we got to see the store from a new angle,
Yep.
I guess.
A new
Yeah.
perspective.
That's right, a new
From a
perspective.
Lego figures perspective.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. I just noticed his
Yeah.
helmet matches
Yeah,
the color. I guess that's exclusive
I think so.
for that.
It's a
Yeah.
very neat shade of
Pretty
blue.
neat.
yeah.
The other thing we kept running into is that this thing kept running out of battery.
Running out of juice, yeah.
Yeah.
And you were telling me that that's a general problem with these, is that they use a lot of power.
Yeah, they drain those AAAs really fast, and we were weighing it down not only with like a good sized phone, but also these ballasts to help stabilize it a little
Mhm.
bit and just keep it from falling over because the phone would be kind of off balance. So we
Mhm.
were weighing it down probably twice as much,
Mhm.
if not triple as much as it normally would be. That being said, we only made about 2 or 3 trips around before it was just like,
Yeah.
you know.
And that was with fresh batteries.
Yeah, pretty much new batteries.
That's someone asked, why don't we have a train running around the store? That's the reason.
Yeah, it'll die.
We'd constantly be replacing the batteries on them.
Unless we use an electric one.
So that was my next question. Now, we didn't have
Yeah.
enough. Well, maybe we
Well,
do.
The trouble
Couple
is
track.
you'd have to have the right connections, and I don't know if it would work for that distance.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Because-
that's the thing with the 9-volt with the
Right.
metal running through the track.
Right.
They actually lose power the longer the track is.
And
right?
I'm not sure how long you can go, but that would be a good experiment too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Lego make boosters
Not that I
for
know,
really
but you
long
could-
tracks? Was
No.
there
You
any
could
kind of
probably
power
hook up
booster?
more power supplies all along
Okay.
because it's just 9-volt power.
In theory, yes. So
So,
yeah, it
in
should be if
theory.
you had plenty of pieces and like measured it out and
Right.
got it just wired right. You know,
Yeah.
it's possible, but
You could put every 100 yards, another power supply.
and that'd be a scientific
Yeah.
Lego video to do later too.
I
Write
feel
this
like
down. Yeah.
if we did that, we would have to wait for a stormy night and we all wear lab coats.
exactly.
Laugh maniacally at the moon
Mhm.
while we do it.
Wait for lightning storm.
That's right.
Yeah, full moon.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, guys. Hopefully, we'll do more crazy train stuff. And thank you, Mark, for
Sounds
coming on
good.
our channel
Yes.
and doing this for us.
All right, I'm
So-
a movie star.
You're
that's
you're
right.
famous
That's
now.
right. That's right. You're gonna have to carry a stick with you like we do to beat all the fans off.
Okay.
And of course, don't forget to comment if you'd like to. Give it a thumbs up, good old thumbs up,
Hit the
and
like button.
subscribe. If you want to see more of this guy, you have to subscribe.
Yeah.
He works for subs.
That's it.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.